Hello everyone, I'm Joyce. I'm today's host. Here at QNAP headquarters in Taipei, Taiwan, we're doing a live forecasting, and it is with special excitement that I'm pleased to welcome our product manager, Jason, with us.
Hi Joyce. Hi everyone. This is Jason from QNAP.
So today we're going to talk about how to upgrade your NAS or PCs with our QXG-10G1T 10GBE PCIe card. Well, this name is so long. So I'll let Jason go into the details for us. So let's switch to our slides.
Okay, so today I'm going to bring a brand new accessory for the QNAP NAS, or even for your Windows or Linux PCs. The accessory is a QXG-10G1T 10 gigabit Ethernet network expansion card. So what's so great about it? And I'm gonna walk you through the various benefits of this card and how you can apply them in your existing network environment.
All right, cool. So nowadays, gaming and business products, they have improved a lot of their transmission bandwidth. And Jason, what's that for?
Yeah, so this slide shows you the various whether it's existing or new 10 gigabit supported routers, wireless routers. 10 gigabit and 5 gigabit and 2.5 gigabit. In the past, it was you will probably only see 10 gigabit only. But now in the CES of 2018, we just passed, in Las Vegas, you see more and more companies, they come out with, or they have announced the 10 gigabit or 5 gigabit supported wireless routers. And the reason behind that is, with 802.11ac, you see nowadays, with many of them, they provide very fast performance, wireless performance. So easily over 1.3 gigabit per second. And if you have a Web 2 supported AC routers, the total combined wireless performance can be as high as 4 gigabit per second.
Wow.
So in that case, you will see, as a result, more and more routers, they started, because the internal ports wireless ports wireless connections have such higher bandwidth. So you will see more and more routers with higher WAN, whether it's WAN or LAN ports that's over the 1 gigabit speed, because Wi-Fi, more and more clients using 11AC Wi-Fi, so you need a more upload speed and a download speed to fulfill those multiple clients with high-speed wireless connections. And what if you have an equipment that's 10 gigabit SAP plus? Don't worry about it. You can still use some of these marketed 10 gig SA Plus transceivers, the modules. So it will convert those SA Plus to a 10G base T. That way you can use that to connect to this card or QNAP NAS with a 10G base T port. So this transceiver converter is very handy.
Okay. So you can see that nowadays the price of 10G switch has become cheaper.
Yes, in the past, if you want to have a 10 gigabit switch, most you will only find them in data centers, or in some small and medium and even enterprise locations. Okay, but now you see that I show you some examples that actually they are dropping down in price. I think maybe 1 or 2 years ago, the 10 gigabit switch they're still over $600 US. Okay, but now take the first example on the top. Netgear has came out with a brand new gaming switch that offers not just 8 of the gigabit LAN ports, but also 2 of the 10 gigabit 10G base T ports. So if you look at their website, you will see that the 2 10 gigabit ports, one will be connected to your existing ISP, the router the modem from the ISP, because you have some of the cities already have a 10 gigabit internet access. Okay, so you connect the 10 gigabit to the routers, to the ISP provider's modem. Okay, cable modem, for example. And then the other 10 gigabit port, you can connect it to your other 10 gigabit switch, or the most important, you can connect to our QNAP card, this card, QXG-10G card, installed on the NAS or on your PC. Okay, I'll get more to it later. Okay. Or you can connect to any other QNAP NAS as well. Okay, to instantly get the very fast 10 gigabit performance. And below the second model on the bottom is the more ports, 5 of the 10 gigabit ports. Okay, also very affordable, under $400. Okay,
under 400.
Yeah, take the Amazon price, the street price nowadays, and it gives you 4 of the 10G BST and 1 of the SA Plus. So you have a total of 5 10 gigabit ports. So you can connect multiple PCs or servers or even QNAP NASs to this switch. So as you can see, price has really dropped down a lot. So you will see more and more devices that come with those 10 gigabit ports, 10G BST ports, whether it's from the server, gaming motherboard, and all the other stuff. Yeah. So another example here I'm showing is that actually it's coming quicker than you previously thought. Okay. Take the recently launched Apple iMac Pro. It also comes with a 10 gigabit BST port. Okay. So this means you can instantly connect it with its QXG card or the QNAP NAS directly with just a single Cat5 or Cat6 cable and get more than gigabit speed. And if you look at, if you Google the iMac Pro, and some website has taken it apart, and you will see that actually the 10 gigabit IC, the controller IC used in this iMac Pro is the same as the one that's used in this QNAP QXG-10G card. So you will get, of course, very good compatibility between QNAP QXG card and also the iMacs. Okay, and also with the gaming PCs and motherboards, you will see many of them also come with at least a 5 gig or a 10G BST port. So you can also directly connect use a cable, LAN cable, and to connect the gaming PC or laptops to the QNAP NAS with this 10G card. Yeah, so many more devices allows the quick connection with the 10G BST technology. And so 10G BST was the standard was formalized back in 2006. So it's like 12 years ago.
Okay.
How come it didn't get popular until now? Well, because previously the older chips they got too hot and efficiency was not so good, and also they had to overcome the wiring signals. But as technology advances, so now the dream has come true. So so that's why you will start to see more and more 10G BST devices, especially in Soho and home products. Yeah, and whereas you will still see those 10G SA Plus or 25G, 40G in those data centers because they require much higher bandwidth and also a longer distance. Okay. So now let's take a look at the QNAP QXG-10G1T card. So with this LAN port, you will see the device supports 5 speed. So not just 10G and 1G, but also 5G, 2.5G, and 100 megabit per second. Yes. Whereas if you compare to the older generation of the 10 gigabit card, they may only support only 10G and 1G, but not the middle one. The 5G and 2.1G, it was a new standard formalized in 2016, about 2 years ago, or probably 1 or 2 years ago. Yeah, 2016 September, I think.
This is a very recent thing.
Yeah, it's a very new standard, and you will see more and more devices coming with that 5G, 2.5G, okay, and also 10G. We call it multi-gig support, 10G BST. And so also not just the 5-speed support, but also you will see on the LAN port you will find 2 different LED indicators that to let you quickly know the status of the network interface.
A quick question: Is multi-gig stands for multi-gigabyte?
Multi-gigabit.
Sorry.
Yeah, multi-gigabit. So you have a 10 gigabit, 5 gigabit, 2.1 gig. And then also thanks to the advanced technology, this one, you know, if you already own a dual port 10 gigabit card, then you will see that most of them come with a heatsink, but also a fan. So if your computer or if your NAS is next to your bed, for example, or next to your working desk, for example, in the office on your desk, then if you install the 2-port card, maybe you will hear the fan noise, if you are more sensitive to the noise. Okay.
I mean, I'm a person like always hearing all the noises.
I hope it doesn't drive you crazy.
It does.
Okay, but with this advantage of this single port card is that it uses passive cooling, so no fan is required, and you just need a heatsink. And we have tested it, so make sure it not only just provide a very silent performance, but also the very efficient and the performance can be well kept with this heatsink. And also the bandwidth, it comes with a PCIe 3.0 Gen 3 by 4 interface. So it is gives you basically the maximum possible bandwidth available with a 10 gigabit card. Okay. Now you may wonder, okay, I have a QNAP NAS at home or in my office that only the PCIe slot is only Gen 2 by 4 or Gen 2 by 2. Can I still install this card on the QNAP NAS? Yes, you can install the card. Okay, this card will work with all the QNAP NAS with a PCIe slot. Okay, so it doesn't matter what kind of PCIe bandwidth you have. Okay, think about it. Gen 2 by 2, you still have a 10 gigabit maximum performance, right? Okay. So now let's take an in-depth look of the LED indicators. Here on the left, this is a speed indicator. So if the card is linked with a 10 gigabit speed, it will show green on the left, okay, top left LED. In other speed, it will become the orange or amber light.
Okay,
amber light, yeah. 5G, 2.5G, 1G, and 100 meter will show as a non-green, okay. And if no connection, of course, it will stay off. And on the right, very simple, just the status LED, connected and not connected, okay. Now, the best thing about the multi-gig is that, you know how many wires, Cat5 and Cat6 cable wires in the world. Like based on the research from the Ethernet organization, up to last year, there are already 70 billion meters long of Cat5 and Cat6 cable wire in all the world.
Wow.
70 billion meters long.
How can they gather this information?
Probably from all the vendors and all the based on how many cables are certified and sold.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's already many rounds of the Earth, right?
Yeah, and you mentioned that don't throw away your old cables yet. Why is that?
Yeah, because as I mentioned earlier, this is our latest card, the QXG-10G1T, is based on the multi-gig technology. So basically, it can support 5 speeds. And as you can see from this cable, if you already have a Cat5e based on the official standard, it can already support 5G. That means if your office or your home already is wired with Cat5e, a very affordable cable, then you buy the card and you can easily upgrade it to the 5G speed. Yeah.
Great.
And if you want the higher, longer distance or faster the 10G speed, we officially recommend you to use a Cat6 or Cat6A for 100 meters long. Okay, just like as the cable shows, if you have up to 55 meters and 10G, you will need a Cat6. I think that should be long enough for most homes. I think
55
unless you are a very famous star or government official, you have very large home with a large garden, a garage, then you will choose a Cat6A and Cat7 for the 10G and the long distance.
So can you also use, like, it is a cross, I see it on Cat5 wire, but does it support 10G as well?
Officially, no, but there's a chance that if it's a short distance, for example,
how short?
2 meters.
2 meters?
2 meters, yeah, 2 meters or 3 meters. For example, if the NAS of your PC is next to the switch, or if your PC and switch are only within 2 or 3 meters, and you use Cat5e cables, you can still get to up to 10 gigabit speed if the cable is a good quality.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
especially for people who have the cable.
So if you are in a small room, you can try that first with your existing Cat5e to see if you get a 10 gigabit link speed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, please upgrade to a higher category of the cable. Yeah. So basically, the biggest advantage is that with the multi-gig NBASE-T support, you can actually very easily, it saves you cost because you don't have to rewire your entire infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can save a lot of money and also the labor cost, right? And also why do you want to upgrade to 10? Some people may say, okay, I don't need a 10 gigabit performance. The 1 gigabit is good for me. Why should I upgrade to 10 gigabit?
Yeah, why?
There are many untold stories or technologies offered by 10 gigabit. Actually, on a 10 gigabit card, many of them offer additional offload engine compared to 1 gigabit card. So many advanced packet acceleration algorithms they are built into the 10 gigabit card. So actually, by installing the 10 gigabit card on your NAS or on your PC, it not just increase the performance of your device, but also makes your device more intelligent, can think, and also multi-purpose.
Wow.
Yeah, just like take a phone as an example. In the past, old phones, just a flip phone, the feature phone, right? Like a Nokia 3310, you can just make phone calls, right?
Yeah.
But some people may say, okay, I just need a phone calls. But what if you upgrade it to an iPhone? You can do more things at the same time, right?
Yeah, and
you can
all those.
Yeah, you can run some background programs or chat while you are on the call, right? Or you can play your games while you are doing some other things, right? Multitasking. So actually, not just for performance oriented, it's actually gives you more bandwidth to do more things and more intelligent things. Ooh. Yeah, so that's a benefit of upgrading to a 10 gigabit over 1 gigabit. So now let's talk about the company behind this technology. Okay, the QNAP QXG card is based on the 10G controller from a company called Aquantia. Aquantia, yeah, they are expert in the NBASE-T committee, NBASE-T technology. So as you can see on the top right, they have many very big investors behind them. You see any? See any name?
Intel, Cisco,
Xilinx. Yeah. So many other companies, also Marvell, not here. Okay. It's part of the NBASE-T alliance. Okay. So Aquantia is actually they made a very good advance in the Ethernet technology. For example, with a multi-gig standard, a 10G basic standard, it only took them 2 or 3 years to make it the standard. Think about it. Gigabit has been around. The IEEE 802.11ab, the gigabit, has been around for, I think, many years.
Yeah.
But 10G base T, it just took 2 or 3 years to become popular. Yeah. And also, this is you see that many leading companies they create products based on Aquantia's IC. You see from ASUS, the Rock of Republic brand, and Netgear, MSI Gigabyte, ASRock, all their motherboards, computers, and even network cards, they use this technology. And as I mentioned, even Apple's iMac Pro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you install this QNAP QXG-10G1T card on the NAS, then you will be sure that they can work greatly with these devices because they are all based on the same company, right? Same company's product. Okay. Now this graph, this slide shows you the actual performance when you install this card on the TVS A73E. Okay, as you can see, when you use an I/O meter there, and with a 110 gigabit port, you can get upload and download almost like 1,000 megabyte per second. So actually, the performance is very good.
Yeah.
And the A73E has 2 PCIe slots. Both of them offers PCIe 3.0 by 4. So it's a perfect match for this QXG 10G card. Okay, both are very Gen 3. Both have a Gen 3 bandwidth. Yeah. Okay.
So this is the download speed and the upload speed is based on this TVS
A73E.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Also on the bottom there's a NAS model there. A73-8G, 8 gigabyte RAM. Okay. And here, what can you do with 10G? Okay, here's an example. If you are a home user or if you are a media author, when you want to work with a 50 gigabit Blu-ray disc file,
Okay,
or Blu-ray movie.
Always a very big file.
Yes, 4K, especially 4K nowadays. As you can see, if you are still on a 1 gigabit connection, it actually takes you 8 minutes, 20 seconds. What if you have many files you want to transfer? Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll do it before I go to bed.
Yeah,
and then I check it in the morning. Or I do it before I leave work. And then I come back again in the morning when I come to the office. But if you upgrade your network infrastructure to a 10 gigabit, you can do it with 50. You can narrow it down to 50 seconds per file.
Well, it's like 10 times faster.
Yes, so it greatly enhances your productivity, and more people can get things done faster. Yes, so this is one of the benefits of 10 gigabit when you use that in your work or in your private life.
I think for this only one less example, it sounds very convincing to me.
Yeah. So I will get to more how it can benefit the businesses with a 10 gigabit in the later slides. Okay. Now with this QXG-10G1T card, by default, it comes with a low profile bracket, and also the card itself is a low profile, so it can actually fit in many of the QNAP NAS models. Okay, but not just NAS, but also PCs, and I'll explain why later. Okay. So besides the default low profile bracket, we also include two other ones. So the middle one is the standard full height bracket. So you can change the bracket on your own if you have a QNAP NAS that has a full height profile bracket. Okay?
So when you buy this expansion card, well, can you get these three kinds of bracket on it?
The low profile is pre-installed by default. But we also put the two other ones in the package, so you get them for free. And so with all the three different brackets, basically all the QNAP NAS with the PCIe can be supported.
Cool.
And now let's get to this slide. This shows you how many these great QNAP NAS can support this 10G card. Okay, basically all the models with at least one PCIe slot. Even we have some model with multiple PCIe slot. I can install actually multiple of the network card, 10G card on the same NAS, and it can still be recognized. And I'll get to more what's the benefit of that later. Yeah, and just keep in mind that when you purchase this card, you will need to upgrade the QTS to 4.3.4 or later, because you will have 4.3.4 has the latest driver for this card to make it recognized. Just make sure you always upgrade to the latest QTS to support this card.
Right now, 4.3.4 is the latest version of our QTS interface.
Yes, but we're gonna release another one in I think in middle of February to officially support this card.
It's very soon.
Yes. So speaking of the NAS, okay, so the card, you got some hint previously that the 10G card is not just for the NAS. Okay, actually, if you have a Windows PC, Windows 10, 8.1, 8, 7, whether it's 32 or 64-bit, or if you have Ubuntu, okay, with those Linux kernels 3.2 up to 4.4, you can actually purchase this QXG-10G card and then install drivers from Aquantia directly from their website. Yeah, and you can install them and then work it with your PC.
So is that why it explained the title today, upgrade on NAS and PCs?
Yeah. If you buy two cards, then you can install one on the QNAP NAS and then install another one on your PC, and then you can directly use a cable to link them together to get a high-speed 10 gigabit connection. And later I also have a sample, a live demo, just to show you how quick it can get. Okay, so now, as I mentioned, you can not just for NAS but also for PC. Here you will see what's the benefit of upgrade your devices, your network environment with this QXG card. Okay, so here's an example. Previously, you have an existing cable wiring with Cat5e and your NAS and also PC, so they only work with 1 gigabit, right?
Yeah.
But now you purchase this card, like I mentioned earlier, you install one card on your NAS, TBS4372E, and then you also install a card on your PCs in your network. And the switches, if you already support the 10G or 5G speed, or you can purchase those the aforementioned the affordable ones, the new ones, right?
Yes.
Then you can easily upgrade your entire network infrastructure to 5G speed.
Wow.
So 5 times as fast. So which means your network is no longer congested when multiple clients are accessing the same NAS. Okay, because you got a big bandwidth pipe compared to the small one.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that more concurrent clients can access the same NAS with a 5G speed. Okay, so it's a very good application scenario. It saves you the cost of the cable wiring in this example.
Ooh.
Okay. Mm. Now talk about some of the advanced features of this card. Wake on LAN. If you install this card on the NAS, then you can use a QNAP QFinder Pro.
Yeah.
You install QFinder Pro on your Windows or Linux, or Mac.
Yeah.
And then you can discover the NAS that's sleeping, sleeping, and you can wake up the NAS remotely. Or if you install a card on the PC, if the PC is a BIOS and the operating system supports Wake on LAN, you can also use a Wake on LAN to wake up your PC. Yeah, so it's some people find it's a great feature, and then actually because electricity can be expensive in some other countries. We are very fortunate we live in Taiwan with one of the cheapest electric bill, right? Yeah, but it's a great feature to save energy. And then another advanced feature is PCle boot. PCle boot is often used in some IT administrators if they want to deploy more than 100 or 200 Windows PCs or Linux PCs at the same time. Because if you don't use this feature, normally you will have to use Windows installation CD or USB drive to install the operating system one by one, right? Mm-hmm. One by one. So it takes a lot of time. But the IT guy, they can set up the Windows boot image and also with the pre-configured settings of this OS image. Then with the PCle boot function and the help of a DHCP server, they can configure to do a quick deploy of the operating systems, whether it's Windows or Red Hat or Linux, to multiple computers at the same time. Ooh. So it can greatly save time. Yeah, and if you are interested in this, you can Google it. There are many more tutorials on the web. And also another use scenario that's very common in Asia is that there are some internet cafes for gaming. You see in Taipei, right? Many internet cafes that offer games.
Yeah, like when I'm in high school, many of my classmates they take up the classes to go to the internet cafe.
They skip the classes,
yeah,
or
skip it.
Okay, yeah. It's not a good thing, but okay, but so if those internet cafes, they can also use this PCle boot to load the operating system and also the games. Mm-hmm. So compared to the gigabit speed, the 10 gigabit can actually make it the entire process much faster and smoother. And also, when you are game, we'll get to the next one. When you game, you will need a 10 gigabit, not just don't stay in the 1 gigabit. Okay.
Yeah.
10 gigabit. Yeah. Because for gaming, if you are hosting a LAN party or because of LAN party, you want a low latency and high bandwidth. So 10 gigabit is the perfect protocol for that.
Yeah.
And many of some LAN party, I think they are hosted in many cities of the world. Denmark, Sweden, Australia, Taipei, and USA. Yes. So LAN party, you know what the LAN party is? It's a group of people that obviously they like gaming. So sometimes they will even bring they have a term called BYOC, bring your own computer. Just like when you have a custom made car, you made all the you upgrade all the engines and paintings. You want to show it off, right?
Yeah.
So LAN party is a good way for people to show their own computer, gaming computer, like wow, to create wow factor.
So it's their own exhibition.
Yeah. It's like kind of expansion that to have them show off and also compete in a local area in the LAN to play games against each other.
Okay.
So if you have a 10G, then it's very the network won't be so congested. Yeah, so it's very much better than just 1G LAN party.
So it looks like many people are in the same game.
Yeah, the picture, yeah, mostly. Sometimes there will be, if you go to a big one, they will in different game areas, different games. Yeah, but so for one area, playing on the same game, yes. And to be able to support such many computers, the back end of this LAN party also need a 10 gigabit support.
Right.
So all the host has to have to make sure all the equipment are 10G ready to support so many computers and so much game traffic.
So maybe there are some workers checking if your hardware is suitable for this LAN party.
Yeah. Some people even bring 2 or 3 monitors.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's get to how 10 gigabit can help the business to be more productive, right? Okay. So if you have a 10 gigabit installed on your network, so as you can see here, when more people are working on the files or shared files, they can get the files much faster. You don't have to wait in queue. And also for their multiple collaboration and also online editing of the videos. For example, 4K video online editing, ingesting, and all the things 10G can actually make it much more efficient. And also when you use it in your virtualized environment, such as VMware, Citrix, Hyper-V servers, the 10G can also make the virtual machines work faster and recover faster. Yeah, so provide a much faster file server with 10 gigabit support.
Wow, that is a lot of function.
Yes. And here, traditionally, when you if your NAS is run out of capacity, right? There are several ways you can do to expand the NAS capacity. First one is to upgrade the hard drives one by one. For example, if you have 2 terabytes in this TVS 682, then you can upgrade all the hard drive to 3 terabytes or 6 terabytes, right? That's the most conventional way to upgrade your storage.
Yeah.
And another way is that you can purchase these expansion units. And QNAP, we offer the USB 3.0 based UX500P and UX800P, right?
For storage expansion?
Yeah, for expansion. Those are USB JBOD. We call USB JBOD.
Okay.
And if you have a high-end model, we also support EXP 1000 Pro, which is based on the mini SAS connection. Okay, this is a more business-focused expansion unit. Okay, and also faster speed. Okay, and but QNAP has come up with a much better technology and more economical for you to expand the NAS capacity, called VJBOD, virtual JBOD. So it utilizes the iSCSI protocol, iSCSI to connect. So the initiator will be the TVS 682 iSCSI initiator. So you can actually, if you have multiple NAS in your office, or you can purchase those affordable QNAP ARM-based NAS, right? They are cheap with many hard drive support, and give you a very good backup destination. Okay, then you can on those devices on the right-hand side, you can actually set up an iSCSI target, and then to be mounted by this VJBOD to expand the storage of this TVS 682. Right. So across the network, you can instantly expand it. You can configure your database or create shared folders. Actually, they are created on this remote NAS. Yeah, and so if you have a 10 gigabit, it's much faster, right? 10 gigabit when you're doing the connection. And you can install, for example, in this example, you can install two of the QXG card on the 682, and then each one of the 10G port connect to, for example, on the top will be the TVS 473, on the bottom will be TS253B. Okay, you can set up each one. So each one gets its own 10 gigabit connection. So it's a reserved connection just for it. So 10 gigabit, USB 3.0 is only 5 gigabit. Yeah. With this, you get 10 gigabit, double the performance. Yeah. So it's a very good way to use VJBOD to expand your NAS capacity. And
the speed.
Yeah. So 10 gigabit plus VJBOD, highly recommended. Okay. Also, when you want to backup and recovery with our QNAP hybrid backup sync, when you use 10 gigabit, it can actually greatly reduce your downtime. Yeah. So when something happens, you can, with 10 gigabit performance, you can reduce the recovery time 10 times faster.
Wow, that is very good news for MIS professionals.
Yeah,
but not be very paranoid when something is wrong with their network.
Yes, but not good news for us. Right?
Yeah. Right.
Just kidding. Yeah, but anyway, when you have your business converted to 10 gigabit and with a QNAP hybrid backup sync and all those even snapshot feature, and then all these great data protection, backup, and recovery features, they can really help your business to work more efficiently and make you higher productivity and function well and get more income.
Yeah,
that's what we have, right? Okay. So now we'll get to the first live demo is how to install this QXG card on the NAS, right? Very simple. Depends on what kind of NAS model you have, and so you'll make sure what kind of bracket you will need, right? Mm-hmm. Take this example as a TS12 1277. On the left, there's a half height bracket. On the right, with the yellow part is a long full height bracket, the long one. Okay, so now we get to a second step is that by default the QXG comes with a half height bracket.
Yeah.
So you will need to replace that with a full height bracket. Okay.
So you're gonna show us how to replace it?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you how. It's very simple. I think even you can do that.
Yeah.
Next time I'll let you try it.
Okay.
Okay. Number 3 is after you change the bracket, simply just take out a cover and install this card. Okay. So let's wait no more. Let's switch to this live scene here, and then we'll show you how to change the card.
Okay.
Install the card. Okay.
So let's get our hands dirty.
Okay. I wash my hands, not dirty now. Okay, so here I have a TS1277 here, and then also the 10G card. So first, I'm gonna take out the card here. Okay. This is a card by default, the half height bracket card here. Okay. And here I have a. Okay, let me take this away. Quick installation guide. And some screws, bracket. Let me take it out. Okay. This is a flat half height bracket. So this works with some of the desktop QNAP NAS, such as the 53B series, 31X, and some of the 1U 4-bay RAID command units. They also use these flat brackets. Okay. Now the second bracket will be this four height bracket. Okay. So now I'm gonna replace the bracket to make it full height.
Okay.
So as you can see, there are 2 screws here. Just simply remove that.
Well, I think I can help you with that.
Yeah, no problem. Next time.
Okay.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Next time I'll let you do it.
It sounds fun. I mean, it looks fun.
Yeah. Okay, so now I remove it. So now I will remove the bracket. Okay. Okay, now this is the full height bracket I'm going to install. Very easy. So let me move it a bit. Can you see that? Okay.
You're just gonna put it back.
Yeah, I need to put the screw back to secure the bracket. Okay. Okay, almost done. Okay, so now I have installed the full height bracket here on this QXG-10G card. Okay, so now get to the big brother 1277. Okay, so now you wanna check the back. Depending on the NAS on your NAS model, there are several screws you need to remove. Okay, before you can take out the top cover. So let me remove it. Okay. Okay, I remove the first one. Now just remove all of them from the back cover. Sorry about my hands blocking the view.
Fine, you're just removing the top cover.
Okay, I think I removed all the screws here. So it's really, now you can easily remove the cover by push it backwards and then lift it up. Okay. So now you have access to the internal parts of the 1277. Here you will see there are 3 PCIe slots total. First one here will be PCIe 3.0 by 8 bandwidth. Okay. And here there are 2 more on the side here. The top one is PCIe Gen 3 by 4. The bottom one is Gen 2 by 4. Okay. So normally, if you don't replace the bracket, you can actually install the half-height, but if the half-height bracket on here, on the top one, it already provides enough bandwidth. But since today I just show you how you can change the bracket, so I'm gonna install it on the other side.
Okay.
So you need a screwdriver to remove this screw here to remove the default bracket. Okay, can you see? Now you don't have to remove all the screws. Just make sure enough to remove the bracket is enough. Okay, let's see. I need a little bit more.
Is this screw a little bigger than the previous one?
Yeah, it's a little bigger than the back ones. Yes. Okay. Okay, I think I need to remove this. Sorry. Okay, I remove the screw entirely, so you can easily remove the default bracket there. Okay. Now to install this 10G card very easily, just push it, align this with the PCIe slot, push it in. Okay, I have this installed here, as you can see. And I'll install the screw back. All the way down. Okay, there you go. I have finished the installation of the PCIe card, 10G-T card. So now my NAS instantly gets a 10G-T connection on the 1277. Yeah. Okay, so let's end the live demo of how you can install it on the NAS. Okay, so let's get back to our slide. Okay, so once you have this installed, as I mentioned earlier, you can also install the card on your PC, right?
Yeah.
So on your PC, you install it on the card, and then you set up the direct IP access. So here, an example, this is just show you how you can connect the PC and NAS with the 2 cards together, with just one single link cable. So on your PC, you will set a private IP address. By default, it will be 169.254.100. Any other IP address. Just avoid 100 because that's used by the NAS default. Okay. So and then on your PC, you install QNAP QFinder Pro, then you can discover the NAS. Okay. Once that discovered, you can begin to access the NAS to set up the NAS or do a file transfer easily with a 10G speed.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it is very easy. So how fast can you achieve with this connection? This is the data from our lab test. So you have a 1277 installed with this QXG card, and also your PC installed with the QXG card. Here you can see you can get 1056 megabyte per second in download speed, and over 1100 in upload speed. So it's very amazingly fast, right?
Yeah.
With the Windows upload and download.
And again, it's like 10 times faster.
Yeah, true. So now let's switch to the my PC view. I'm gonna do a demo of how fast it is. Okay. Here I have a configured desktop PC with a QXG-10G card, and then here you will see that it's installed with the QNAP card and then the private IP address here. Okay. And so I'm going to, I also have set up a NAS with the card installed here. So From the PC, I'm going to upload a 10 gigabyte file to the NAS to check the upload speed. So let's do it now.
Drag and drop.
Yeah, drag and drop. Oh, here you can see it's over 1 gigabyte per second.
Wow,
with Windows upload. Yeah, so with the 10 gigabit card, it's really fast.
Yeah, fast and steady.
Yes. So now I'm going to delete the files on my PC first. And I'm gonna try to download the file, 10 gigabyte file to my PC to see the download speed. Okay. So okay, drop it down. Okay. It's over 1,000 megabyte per second, right? So as you can see, now I've shown you it's very fast when you install the card on the NAS and also on your computer, and then use a network cable to connect into a direct file transfer. Okay. So let's get back to the slide. Yeah, but anyway, based on our test, you can actually achieve this performance. So maybe something is wrong with the test machine. Yeah, okay. So we'll fix it later. Okay, so what if you want to install multiple network cards here on the device? No problem. Like I said, our NAS can support the multiple network cards, right? And here you can see when you install the 2 network cards, you can use go to our QTS web interface, and then in the network virtual switch, you can actually see the network cards, the 10G cards, and you can edit the properties of the network cards, such as the IP address and DNS, all the great things with that. Okay. And what can you do with multiple cards, right? One of the great features is port trunking.
So what are the advantages of port trunking?
Port trunking is there are several different ways you can utilize with port trunking. First one is a failover. So with failover means that when you configure as a failover, for example, you have a 2, like the one on the top, it shows you have a 2 10G card, right? Yeah. 10G cards installed. You configure failover, so by default, you will use one card to communicate with the server. So when there's a first line, when it's, for example, the card is broken, failed, or the cable is unplugged, then you will use the second connection as a backup connection. So you can ensure the uptime it's always there.
Yeah.
You don't experience downtime with the failover. And below is you can increase the bandwidth. You can set up a load balancing to increase the entire bandwidth. Whether it's the default gigabit ports or the 10 gigabit port, you can utilize that. And if you have a 802.3AD supported switches, those are more higher end switches, you can also get the best performance with multiple connections. Yeah. So it's port trunking is a good way to set up increase your performance and also to create a failover scenario when you have multiple cards installed.
Wow. So it does decrease our risk.
Yes. Yeah. So here, how can you do that? Just set up the interfaces and enter the switch mode, and then you can select what kind of port trunking you want to use with these multiple network cards. Yeah. So here I have installed 2 of the QXG-10G cards on this NAS. Okay, you can see adapter 5 and 6, 2 ports. Okay. So to work with port trunking, here go to the QTS network and virtual switch, and here click on the port trunking, and then I'll click add. Here you can select the network interfaces here to form a port trunking. Okay, so here I'm gonna select my 2 of the 10G cards, select both of them, and then click next. Now here are several port trunking switches you can select. By default, it's general switch, just your day-to-day regular switch. And if you have an 802.3AD supported switch, then you can select that to get a much better performance. Okay, but today here we're gonna use this one, the default version. Click next. Here there are some different port trunking modes you can select. Here the failover means when you have 2 cards with 2 cables, and only the first one of the 2 connections will be used as an active connection for file transfer. Okay. So this means when the first connection becomes failed, then the second one will take over. That way you don't experience downtime when the first connection is bad.
So it's like a backup system.
Yes. Yeah. So to give you the most time available. If you want the performance or the combination of both, Then you can select load balancing here to increase to have a better performance. Okay. So I'm gonna apply, and then you should combine those two 10G ports into just a single one, so get a single IP there. Okay. So let's end our live demo today. So let's go back to the end of. Let's get back to our PowerPoint slide.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So this concludes our presentation of the QXG-10G1T. So but it's a very great and very affordable single port 5-speed 10G card from QNAP this year, and with the latest technology, and it can instantly upgrade your NAS to the 10 gigabit speed, and can also work with your upcoming, the future 5G or 2.5G routers and switches. Cool. So it's feature ready. And you can install it not just on the NAS, but also on your Windows or Linux PCs, right? So basically, you buy the cards for all your devices, and you can upgrade into your old 10G environment very easily at a minimum cost. Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Jason, for sharing so useful expansion card for us to increase our network speed and to do so many things to reduce our risk and to improve our efficiency of work.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's switch back to our live thing. And for next week, we also have a bunch of live broadcasting going on. Tuesday, we will have a live broadcasting to introduce our Enterprise NAS series TES 1885U and 3085U. And these series, they have this powerful DFS-based QES operating. So we're going to introduce DFS-based. It's kind of the best file station for our business data storage. So we are going to introduce how enterprise can deploy these system and this machine into their use.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay.
I'll be one of your audience.
Thanks. And also on Thursday, we will introduce QVPN to build a secure connection for accessing network resources and service via our QNAP NAS. So, like we originally have QVPN, but right now we are going to introduce a new version of our QVPN. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching today. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.